I can't sleep. My blood is too cheap. My blood is too cheap. I can't sleep. My worthless blood flowing with my heartbeat. I'm less of flesh and bone and more boneless meat. I can't climb out of injustice. I'm in too deep. It's too common to hear that our blood bleeds. Blood flows like rivers and our pile of bodies is steep. We are as cheap as autumn leaves whose carcasses no one wants to sweep. We've been so used to it for so long. It's only a matter of time before our mothers weep. The centuries grow out of years that have themselves grown out of weeks, where we've been cut up and chewed out like tulips, weakened by men who underestimate our resolve. Our tongues are imprisoned by our gums. Our tongues are imprisoned by our gums. They're trialed when they're let loose to speak, and that blood that flows through our veins overflows now because it knows how so many want it to bleed, so out it seeps. I hear them say that death creeps up on you, but we welcome it into our home like an old friend. No surprise, come and rest and feed. Our babies don't cry when they get cuts because we're well aware of what it's like to bleed. We're not wolves because we don't kill for sport. We don't enjoy hurting others, and therefore we're seen as sheep. Fair game. A fair game made to make us look like we deserve death. Oil and spoils and land and grains of sand are worth more than the air we breathe in. Oh man. God damns those people when he says, oh man. The killing of one person is like the killing of all mankind. But they found loopholes because they don't consider us a part of mankind. How can man of any kind be so unkind? Did their fathers not show them love? Did their fathers not show them love? Allah himself quotes this child when he says, what was my sin? But not even Allah can convince them. Since that verse was revealed, how many children have there been? And therefore, our blood is cheap. I can't sleep. I can't sleep. Our blood is too cheap. I can't go on. Our sun is outshone, flickers gone, but we'll march on. We'll march on. In the oceans our mothers weep. We'll march on in the oceans of blood so cheap. For I tell you something about our blood. You can shed it, but know that whatever you sow, you reap. So when you tear us up and rip us apart and watch that blood leak out, then you drink that blood like wine and get drunk on our purity. Then you sit and dine on the limbs of our kids because Shia kids make the best feast, and you bomb us and kill us and rape us and destroy us. But you didn't know that our blood flows with seeds. You thought our blood was cheap, but from the rivers of our blood grows roses. You thought our blood was cheap, but revolutions are born out of it. You thought his blood was cheap, but we will never forget Zakaria. You thought his blood was cheap, but we'll use it to buy your downfall, to buy your end, and then we'll sleep. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.